Hey guys, so it's been a hot minute since we've done an actual podcast. A couple weeks ago, my footage got fried. I still had Andrews. We could have done something with that, but decided to be lazy, or I decided to be lazy and not. So we just did the podcast. Jason's not going to be here for this one. We did the podcast last week with Bio, so if you haven't seen that one, check it out. Link below. That was a fun one, I think. I think we did a decent job. I know I was supposed to eat too. We were going to eat and call this the Finger Sandwich Podcast, so we might still call it that. But eating it like that just made it more awkward. So
all I'm trying to.
I just figured this week we'd switch it up and just talk about some different things. Like I said, the last few weeks have been a little all over the place. We've been trying to figure things out. A lot of things have been kind of piling on both of us, I would say, to the point that, in my opinion, I wasn't expecting to lead it into it this way, but I wanted to talk about a little bit like of just the mental issues and stuff, because I know like yesterday was a pretty low day for me, and I don't know if that's because I didn't sleep at all or anything like that, but I figured, why not? I mean, we're not just a gaming channel. Why not talk about some things, right?
Yep.
So, I know Andrew walked in on me basically talking to no one earlier before we started this because he was getting his food that he's just
weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, my printer's. Oh, by the way, hey, perfect timing. Oh, Tyler's calling me right now.
Beep.
No,
that's
my
what you should just do. Just beep.
my 3D printer. So I have a 3D printer now, and it just stopped at like the perfect time because apparently it was loud enough for Andrew to hear. Which is
so you're ready to tell everyone about that?
Huh?
You ready to tell everyone about that?
Why not? Hey, you guys can go to email finger3dprints@gmail.com if you want to order anything. I'm just kidding.
You have that ready?
Huh?
Do you even have the website ready?
We don't have a website yet, but we do have an account with UPS to order boxes and ship stuff. So we're there at that point. So that's why if you notice my room's a little different. My desk is now up against the wall, and my bed is now there, and the other desk with the 3D printers over there, and all my little knickknacks over there. At some point, I eventually...
You said knickknacks.
Petty like... Leave me alone.
Okay.
Yeah. So, things have changed a little bit. Like last week, we finally got down and filmed some live stuff, which is cool.
Excited to share that this week.
Yeah, hopefully. that will be out tomorrow, technically Thursday, but today we're filming this on a Monday. So it'll be out on Thursday. It's weird being in the webcam seat again. It's been a couple weeks since we've had to film one of these.
I wasn't there for 1 week. Jason wasn't.
It was more of a commentary. It wasn't even a podcast at that point, bro. Like. Just me talking to myself.
You should have just recorded a game and then just talked over it.
Well, I was going to do hand puppets and pretend like you were this guy and Jason was this guy, and then I decided against
Good old sock puppets, huh?
I was going to actually do that. I was going to put googly eyes in the sock and make it talk, and then I was like, nah, I don't have googly eyes. I do have puppets at the church upstairs in the bio studio, so I might bring them home and use them for stuff like that. We have a whole box of puppets, by the way, that was already there from 1970s. So if we want to use them, they're ours. We can use them for anything. Yeah. So things have slowed down today, I think. We released our last Portal video this week, which was fun. Still doing Halo 3. After this will be ODST. And Avengers comes out this week, but I don't know.
So trying to figure out how we want to use that content for redirected.
Yeah. I still think we should film you playing like the first real mission and then me playing the first real mission up to the point that you get to the war room. We both played the beta. And then...
Yeah. Well, it's different. The beta is select missions.
Yeah, but that's the opening mission. I mean, if they change it, that's even better if they change it because I got used to that mission. So if they change it, great.
They kind of have to change it because Captain America is a playable character throughout the game.
Yeah, but there might be more story to it.
That mission's probably later on in the game.
Yeah, but that story might be there might be more story that wasn't in there. Like maybe Cap survived and he just been stuck at Ames' other
Oh no,
secret
he's
base.
dead. He's dead. He's
Well,
definitely dead.
there's probably ways of doing it. There's I mean, it's also comics. They could literally just go into a whole other dimension and bring out another Captain America, or he could have been cloned, or it could be Bucky or Falcon as him. Like who knows what's going on? They haven't really announced much. Um, but
What I
either
like
way,
about what they're doing is that they're making the Avengers story their
yeah,
own story, their own way, their own universe.
yeah,
Which
but
is
they're using base stuff still.
yeah, they're basing it off things, but
Yeah,
this story hasn't been told.
which I'm excited for that. That's partially the real reason I wanted the game was it was different. It's like we've talked about. It's basically Destiny but with Marvel. Is one
Mhm.
big thing. You were saying that there's like 80 strike basically things.
The war zones. They said they have like 50 or 80.
Yeah, there's
Plan.
12 Destiny strikes. Like I probably could get stuck doing the Avengers strikes over and over again.
A lot of them are actually free roam areas.
But if they change the first mission, which you'll know because you're playing it 72 hours before I do,
I'll be playing it the day this comes out.
that basically will take your first episode and then mix it with my first recording because I'm actually gonna put this on my own channel too, and we could just do what we initially talked about. Probably the easiest way is see who gets the furthest, and if it's not like a race. I mean, we can make it like a race. We can make it fun in the editing, and use that. It's just depending on what we decide. Just when I get your footage and I get my footage, after that, if we don't want to do that idea and we just want to play some strikes together, so what? We make that decision later. But we are playing the game. Huh?
We can do some stupid things. Just playing the game.
Well, we can play. We can do. The good thing is like, so the Portal and Halo stuff has been very linear games because they're actual campaign missions. But we could do the same thing that we're doing in Halo in GTA. We could do it in Gmod. Like it's all it is just changing perspectives. It's not a walkthrough or a campaign gameplay thing. It's just a perspective change. Is the whole idea for Redirected was. It's not just one consistent footage and focused on one person. It's focused on multiple people. And that's why I like editing right now. It's only been you and I, but I'm enjoying editing it because when I edit, I still haven't done the thing I want to do, which is show both screens when I edit. But I have your footage above mine in Premiere. So I see your footage the whole time, and I'm just going off of my audio to when to switch for at least Halo. So like I see your perspective the whole time, and then I figure out where to switch from that, and then eventually when I decide to do the other editing style, which is probably faster and easier, is when I will figure that out. But it's cool because I get to see your perspective. So if we film something with Jason like that too, that's a third perspective. That's gonna be a whole nother form of editing. Wait till we like one day. It'd be great if we had 6 people in one video, which some people do that.
That'd be rough on you.
Not as much with that editing style. You're literally syncing the audios and then making it where you can see all the screens on one screen and see one screen on the other. So when you're editing it, you just cut it and put whoever you want in the main focus. But it sounds fun. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Jason had an idea. You and I didn't get to talk about this, but Jason had an idea.
Scared.
I guess when you guys were playing GTA the other night, he got like a Smokey and the Bandit vibe.
Oh, yeah. We accidentally pulled it off. I was in like I don't know if you know the Phoenix car in the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an old car you see in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was driving that, and he was driving a big truck. I don't know how to a box truck, I guess.
Yeah.
And we were just driving side by side. And he just reminds himself of what it is. So we accidentally did Smokey and the Bandit.
Well, he decided to come up with the idea, and we're gonna try working on this tomorrow because he's off, and I'm after I edit Halo, I'm available. And he wants to call it something called like I don't remember, but we're gonna do voices or something, and do role play and be Smokey and the Bandit, but it's gonna be like Smohico and Benito, and like we're like 2 Hispanic people in Tennessee that are running moonshine places. Like, this was all his idea. So I'm like, let's try it. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I told him, why not? Let's do it. I said, if I have to come over there in the morning to your house and set up OBS for you so we can just do it that way too, let's do it. Let's just make it happen, man. I'm like, whatever. Let's get some content out there with you in it. Like some game stuff, not just...
Yeah, I feel like we're missing a lot from him.
I feel like we're just missing a lot. I mean, having another person involved will be great. And it sucks he's not here for the podcast tonight, but schedules.
He works... Yeah, his schedule is probably the worst to get around.
Yeah, mine's easiest.
Mine was easy until it switched.
Yeah. Even with editing for this guy that I'm editing for, he just gives me a video and I have 3 days to edit it. So if I decide to do it all last day, which I will not do,
did my schoolwork last night.
Huh?
I had to write like 1,000 word.
That's right. You're still in school.
Yeah, I made the mistake of not doing it during the week. That's a nice tea from Subway, by the way. I made the mistake of not doing it throughout the week, so I did it last night in like 2 hours. But I thought I did good. But yeah, definitely don't wait last minute to do things.
Nope. That's why we're not filming the podcast tomorrow night.
I found one way. I've been trying to figure out a good study habit for me. And one way is just putting music on. But not just any music. Like, it can't have like shouting lyrics in my ears. Like,
put lo-fi on.
I tried that. It actually didn't work for me.
Put the Destiny one on where it's lo-fi beats to kill Guardians too.
I still didn't listen to it. I wanted to listen to it.
It's so dumb. It's literally just like, I think the beginning of it starts off with like Saladin or someone saying something, and then it just goes into the actual stuff. It was a funny concept, but
I gotta listen to it at some point. But I found for me, it's gonna be weird to you, but 30s and 40s music is how I study too.
I used to listen.
It's so calm, and I love the old swing sound.
I understand. I used to listen to Louis Armstrong. Louis, sorry.
Come on.
I'm tired, man. I used to listen to Louis. I did projects on him in school, in like elementary school.
Louis Armstrong would play the trombone.
Pretty sure he's the dude that went to the moon. That's Lance.
I just hit my mic with my nose.
So yeah, he went to the blues place. No, but I used to listen to Louis Armstrong. Oh, my phone went off. Yeah, I listened to Louis when I studied, and it turned into Skrillex.
Yeah, I can't do the loud and heavy banging. Like that's normally my style of music, but when I'm studying, like I need to be focused.
I'm just weird.
And just listening to that stuff makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like swerving back and forth as I'm typing.
Yeah, I know when I work on stuff, like when I'm editing stuff that I don't really need to listen to, I listen to rock, or for a while I listen to lo-fi.
If I'm playing a game like Destiny, especially when I'm playing Crucible, because it kills me to just listen to the game. Hear me get the short.
Kills me not to know this, but sorry.
Everything kills me, so I normally rage without music. So I gotta have something playing.
It's weird how like now especially like we do so much with music, like we associate so much with music, like and I guess this is a great way to segue into this, but I know like the last few days I need like, I don't know, it's dumb to me, but I feel like I need to listen to something that's gonna match my mindset. Like if I'm not in a happy place or I'm in a dark place, I'll listen to NF or listen to the songs that I used to listen to when I was like really bad. So like these last few days I've been going back to NF, but now like I'm specifically looking for songs that I know like make me feel bad.
Yeah, it's always the opposite you want to listen to.
No, I listen to the depressing stuff to make myself more depressed.
Okay. Whatever you want to say.
Because it's hard when I hate myself.
Breathe.
Hey, hey. Sorry. Yeah. No, but like, I don't know. I see a lot of quotes about that too, though. I I see a lot of quotes about that too. Like when you're not like when you're happy, you listen to the beat, but when you're not in a good place, you listen to the lyrics. And like, I noticed that, but at the same time, I always listen to the lyrics. But like when I'm sad, I listen to them harder. That's why I like a lot of the rock songs that I listened to for a while. I didn't realize were depressing.
I'm imagining. You know the meme where it's like the kid just like crying, just like, and it has the knob being turned up. I'm imagining.
No.
You've never seen that?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm imagining you there just playing along to like Blink 182.
What? Why Blink?
I don't know.
But
a lot of people listen to their music when they're depressed.
I listen to NF and like a song that called Robin Hood by Anson Seabra, and it's like
no idea who that is.
Or Lost Boy by that one chick.
By Ruth
Ann? No, wait. Sorry, she can sing.
It's like Ruth something. I don't know her name.
Ruth B.
Something like that.
Starts with it's the second letter in the alphabet.
So I guess it's B.
Yeah, I think so.
It's definitely not D or F.
Those are me.
Oh, it actually is.
Yeah. Did a great job there.
I wasn't even trying.
You skipped, C and E. Went straight to DF. That's like me saying it's not A or P for your name.
It's not like this or this. It's like this. Oh crap! I almost dropped. There goes my fork.
You gonna eat with your knife?
I don't have a knife either.
Did you knock over that too? What are you eating, anyways?
It's like I don't know. Let me see if I can show you. It's like potatoes with like beef.
Just put the whole thing in your mouth. Not the plate. We were talking about that. I forgot who we were talking about. Was it Manny? Yeah. We were talking about how like sometimes when we were younger we would eat our pizza by like pulling the pizza close to the edge of the plate if it was too hot and just like pulling it with our teeth while we ate it.
No, that was us. That was the podcast.
Oh, that was you. Okay, sorry. I filmed a podcast with Manny like literally the same week, and I don't do podcasts like that.
I talked about me eating the pizza like this.
Yes.
So like the pizza would come off the end.
No,
I'd eat the piece and I just slide the crust.
I whenever I used to microwave my Little Caesars too much, I would do that too.
Ah.
But no, him and I filmed a good. The podcast. I never talked to you about the podcast either because I was really busy this weekend. But that went pretty well actually. We began talking about poop, and I felt like he was embarrassed, and he kept asking because we talked about it like the last 6 minutes, and he asked me not to include it in the video, and I'm like,
you ever just feel like poop?
Ivan just goes, no, this is staying in the video, and I'm like, why is this conversation of poop staying in the video? He goes, because we're a podcast. We're not just serious. He goes, we're funny. He's like, we talk about things. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point.
Eventually, it's going to get to a point where you're going to want to do these live.
Both, yes. Maybe not this one. This one's a little harder to do because it's angles and perspectives and stuff. But, I don't know. The time will come. I know bios will be live. I do want that one to be live. And I think plugging the Ethernet upstairs will attribute to that. But I want it to go live on the website and then still edit it for the YouTube. Mm-hmm. Even if it's like we film one day and then like literally the next week it comes out and just film that morning again. So like every week the previous week's podcast comes out a week later.
Good.
I don't know. I gotta get more people when we get to that point though, because that's starting to eat a little bit away. Starting to get stressful.
It looks like crap.
Huh?
My hair looks like crap.
Hey, same as mine.
I've been working all day, so then I got rained on, so it's made it worse.
I've been working. I worked inside and got rained on somehow. Mostly because I went outside to take a phone call. Did I tell you my new boss left me a message encrypted in my So we were chatting through Upwork, which is the website I use to get my editing stuff, and he goes, when you get a chance, go to this. He goes, look at the Kanye West part in the video I edited for him, like the script he gave me, because it was one of the topics was Kanye West, and he goes number 4. He goes, look at it, and then you'll know what to do. So he sends me a new version of the script, which at number 4, like in the middle of it all, is his phone number and his email telling me to text him. He didn't want to send it to me on Upwork, which I understand, but I was like, what? I was like, this
he
is
wanted
weird.
you to text him or Kanye West.
No, him, not Kanye. No, which is good because
I'm giving you Kanye's personal number. Text it,
dude. If he gave me Kanye's number, I'd be asking him for donations.
Hey, why not ask him for vice president position?
No, I'm good. I don't.
I wonder how I haven't heard him in any sort of political conversation lately. Like he announced he's running for president, and then he kind of dropped off.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that your dad. Apparently, my Twitter told me to follow your dad on Twitter.
He barely posts. He posts like once a month.
Yeah, but it said, "Hey, join Control in following Tony Pilcher," and I'm like, "No." So
now they know my name.
Huh?
Now they know my name.
They know your name already.
Okay. They didn't know the last name.
They did.
They know my dad's name now.
They knew your last name. Trust me. I had it in a video.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah, it's okay. Dennis Finger is known by everyone. Steal my identity. You might be able to fix some of my problems.
I am a purse, thank you.
You're a fish.
I'm also a purse. Look it up.
Not right now. It'll slow down my computer too much. But I don't know. We've talked about it a couple times on Redirected, did we talked about like video games being a go away for both you and I to get away from everything. I know that was like our first official podcast we did for this channel.
Now is to get into everything.
Yeah, now I wanna get into that because, like I said earlier, like I think just editing and stuff and trying to get everything working has like did a little toll on me, and then after seeing some stuff from my ex, like messed me up yesterday, like to the point that I had to like do a couple things that I wish I didn't do. But it's nothing that bad. That sounded worse than it was. But yeah, no, like yesterday was a pretty bad day, and like the main thing, and like I did a podcast with Jamie about suicide and stuff like that. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. But I know it's something that needs to be talked about, and that's something that...
You heard him, folks. He said it's not that bad.
No, suicide's bad, but my issues right now are not that bad.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Trust me, I'm not at that place again.
Go on. I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you.
But, no, like, I don't know. Yesterday I just felt like I needed to feel bad again for some reason. I don't know. I mentioned it earlier, like, not having the money to do things and feel like, like Friday night we tried to go see New Mutants, which is out in theaters finally, and we found out, by the way, that was supposed to release back in 2017, the movie. It released this week. 2017 and 2020 are a couple of years difference, but I know they reshot all the filming for that movie. There was a lot of issues going into the first screening of it, so they reshot
they recast some of the people too.
Not the major cast, but they recast one lady who was in Spider-Man. So they had to take her out and recast her because she was in, she was in Venom.
I still didn't watch that. I gotta watch it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I know they're making the Spider-Man spinoff.
They're finally doing
the Venom spinoff. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, they're doing Carnage next, and then they also have
it was like a different like Norbia, something like that.
Morbius.
Yeah,
it's the vampire. It's Jared Leto. They had a trailer come out, dude. I'm so excited because it's a character that no one really knows about, unless you're like a comic book fan, and the fact that they're doing that, and it's Jared Leto.
I don't know what it is.
It's pretty good. It's basically a dude that like was in search for, I think he was either in search for immortality or like he had this rare disease that the only way to cure him was to inject him with like some kind of bat blood or something, and it turned him into this like super
Sounds like
agile.
a coronavirus vaccine. I'm sorry, go on.
The main reason I'm excited is in the trailer they showed Michael Keaton, who played Vulture, and it was
Got it.
huh.
Nothing. Go on.
So it was the start of them showing. It was the start of them bringing together the other movie with this movie. But back to the point I was saying was the New Mutants thing. So like, we were out and about watching the movie and stuff, and or we were trying to see the movie. It turns out they were canceled, and we were at the Dave & Buster's parking lot. So Donnie was there, and he was like, "Yo, it's my last night in Fort Lauderdale. Let's go over and let's go to Dave & Buster's." And like before we went to go see the,
it's the last night every night. I was wanting to point that out. Like,
but no,
I don't mean any hate for it.
No one's watching this.
I mean, he considers going to Miami and between Fort Lauderdale is like a far distance away, which I mean, it kind of is, but it's not.
It's like 30 minutes away from me. So
I would
like
make that drive.
45 minutes away from you. Like,
that's about how long it takes me to get home from work now.
But the big thing, like when we were going out, actually we went to lunch too earlier the day with Manny after the filming, and I felt bad because I couldn't buy my food, which I know it's been there many times, but for some reason like that day like sucked. And then the movie idea came to mind later on, and I was like, well, I won't have money for the movie yet either. And Ivan goes, I'll pay for you. And then like when we get to the point that we were about to order tickets and stuff, Jelani was going to order them on Fandango before we left, and he goes, just 2 tickets, and Ivan's like, yeah, just 2 for him and Jelani. And I'm like, okay. And then Jelani goes, you coming too? I said, yeah, I just don't have any money. He goes, I got you. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I've definitely been there.
And then we got to the theater, and I felt like everyone forgot that I had no money. So it was like, great. Like, we're gonna get to the point where it
been
sucks.
There.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess my big thing is like I feel like a burden, which I know a lot of kids feel that way too sometimes. But like, I've been in the point where, I hate to say it, but like I've been to the point in my life at one point where I was something, and I've, in my opinion, I was an adult, and then like when I moved down here, no one met that side of me, but like I've definitely degressed as a person and feel like a child again. Like it kind of sucks because like part of myself is fighting this part of myself that knows I could do these things, but then part of me is like, yeah, but now you can't. And it's like, oh boy. So I guess the big thing is like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else struggles with that. I know they felt things like that, but I don't know if that makes sense.
It's more than likely whatever issues you're going through, most likely someone else has gone through it too.
Yeah.
Like there's what, 9 billion people in the world?
Has it gone up that much since high school?
It's about 9 billion.
I thought it was like 7 billion still.
No.
Oh boy.
Look it up right now. It says like 9 point something.
People be popping them kids out.
You went there, okay.
Dude. Wow. No wonder Thanos needs to snap. About to run out of food soon.
My food's getting cold. I can't eat it now.
I don't know. I know, and I'm not gonna like try to force anything out of you, but like I know like you go through stuff too.
A lot of stuff that didn't come up until late high school.
Or after high school.
Actually, after high school really wasn't that bad. Like it was a time where I was trying to figure out like who I was as a person. Why are you eating Alf?
I don't know.
Stop eating out. Trying to eat his hair so you consume it so you can look like his. Anyways, yeah. After high school for me, it really wasn't that bad. It was a lot of trying to figure out who I was, but that was really the time I was happiest other than now. Now, I mean, now, don't be wrong. Now's I'm not really happy. I obviously have to show it
You're
to
just kind of
certain people.
content.
Mixed feelings about a lot of things, but I'm trying to find the best in everything. Why are you alfalfa?
Okay, sorry.
All right.
I get what you're saying. I think.
Possibly.
I don't know. I feel like the time between graduation and like after graduation or high school is always the most important years of your life for any kid. Like it's really the defining time.
I wouldn't say defining, but there's definitely a lot of important choices you have to make.
Yeah. Well, like most people, at least up north. I don't know about down here because I left down here after sophomore year. But like up north, myself as well as many other kids, we all worked full time or part time after school on weekends and then full time throughout the year or the summer, which led into becoming an adult. I know down here it's a lot harder for a kid to get a job because everything's so much more corporate down here in Florida.
I mean, it's not really harder. It's just you have to be willing to do the work. Because down here, a lot of everything's really fast paced, and most kids nowadays, especially, are like backboned by their parents. Their parents just say, "Do this when you want. Just make sure you get this done." Like they don't really take care of their kid as they should. But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, I know. Like for myself, my parents were not like that. Like it was get a job or it sucks to be you. I know they like one thing especially is they told me like, in order to continue living with them, I had to go to college, or I'd pay for half of it myself and they'd pay for the other half, but they would also give me the car and let me live with them still. That eventually I decided no, I don't have the money for college because I was working full time, so like I decided not to go. But like that's what I mean is like there's moments like that are defining because they're what's going to prepare you for the future. It's like you might have a job in high school that continues after high school. You might high school is when you got to figure out college, and then when you go to college, those moments are what's going to create your career or determine if you're going to go further in debt. High school sometimes is the years that you find someone you're going to marry. Sometimes you get a girl pregnant. I mean, it happens.
It does a lot more often now than before,
which is so stupid. Sorry, don't keep it in your pants, guys. Take it from someone that had a scare. Keep it in your pants. Like I don't know. High school is a scary time, and like I know a lot more now. Kids, especially, even like you saw the cope. Did you see the guy that talked about his son dying from corona, but not in the way that you think but not from corona?
No.
There was an 11-year-old kid that because he couldn't go to school anymore, he hung himself in his closet. Just for his, I think, 7-year-old sister to walk in and find him dead.
A 7-year-old.
Yeah.
That's.
But the kid that killed him
wouldn't want to see as a 7-year-old.
No, and the kid that killed himself was 11. Like, still too young, and that right there is a dumb decision. Like I feel for the family and I feel for them, but like you're 11. Yes.
Still, when you're 11, your mind's still developing. You don't know everything.
Yeah, and so like you see the word suicide and you see it as a way out, which I think is the main thing. Is everyone sees suicide as such a way out? To some degree, it is, but it's also
not the best way.
Who's to say that your life doesn't get better? It could get worse. I can tell you from mine, like it does slowly, progressively get bad, but there are good times.
And it's the good times you need to focus on. Yeah. And a lot of times that's really hard to do, and especially today in today's society. Scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, I know I see a lot of negative posts, and for me, I just have to either scroll past them and ignore them, or just unfriend whoever it is.
Yeah,
because it's stuff that I don't really want to deal with or focus on.
Yeah,
but a lot of it can affect you.
Oh yeah, it can degrade you even more because you see someone else going through the same thing you are, so then you start to think that it's normal. which is the big. This is another thing. It's like people normalize it now, and it sucks. Like they can put this stuff in TV shows. I know your favorite show is 13 Reasons Why. You want to buy the DVDs just to watch the girl kill herself.
Show. Look,
like,
I just want to buy it for the scene that they deleted. Only reason.
But like
they deleted the scene for a stupid reason, and I wanted to get it because it's such a unique scene.
I liked that show, and I do have to say, like, I think I told you when I watched it. You were the one that like told me to watch it or mentioned it to me after Ivan watched it. And I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. And then like when I watched it, it was like, oh my gosh, like that. Oh, this is bad. I'm like, now I'm feeling bad. And then like I saw that whenever I saw the suicide scene, I saw her slit her wrist. I'm like, it goes in so easily. That's what went to my mind was I was like, man, it looks so easy. And it's like kids I know are sicker than I am in those thoughts. So. And they normalize that for high schoolers. Like,
yeah.
Sorry,
I know. When I was in high school, season 1 came out. I think my senior year.
Yeah, it was your senior year.
People literally went around, and this is what I didn't like about it. I didn't watch the show until like the year after because I wasn't sure about it. It just didn't look cool to me, or I didn't find it interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just didn't watch it for a while. But yeah, a lot of people went around holding their phones to even random people's faces, just saying, "Welcome to your tape." And like at the time, I didn't know what it was, like since I didn't watch the show. But after watching it, looking back on that, like why would you do that to someone?
That's so messed up.
Like they took the show as just entertainment.
Well, I mean,
they didn't take it as a real life issue.
It's not necessarily that it's cool, but it would have been kind of cool, like if kids did that to people that actually would be part of the reason if they decided to do that, because it might, if they know what they're talking about, it might open their eyes up a little bit and be like, am I being mean, or am I doing something to actually hurt this person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I bullied a kid, which I have to say I never did, but if I was mean to a kid.
My childhood is a whole nother story. I may or may not have actually fought people, but go on.
Never fought someone. I've never been in a fight except for karate sparring.
Yeah, I fought someone. They beat me, but I fought them. it was pretty bad, but
like if I bullied a kid, or say like Bryce Walker, if I raped a kid. And they came up to me and said, "This is your tape," and I knew about the show. Like, I would take that as a, holy crap, what did I do? Like, at least I would. I don't know. Other people aren't like that. That's just, I don't know. I feel like if someone walked up to me like that, to me it'd be a good thing. Might be difficult, and it also is difficult for that person to realize that person that might have done something to them is the reason they want it to be like that. But the big thing is, like, it's just so normal now. 11-year-olds. TikTok is a horrible place because that's all I see on there is people my age that talk about their depression, mental illness, and suicide.
That's one reason I haven't downloaded TikTok.
TikTok.
I know you've been wanting me to download it, and I'm like, no.
Well, the main reason is so Jason and I can send you stuff. That kind of stuff. Well, the big thing is, like, it goes off of what you like. So, like, if you heart something enough, it's going to eventually put you in a category or put, like, tags on your account that make it so you only see content like that. So there's a couple people that are posting.
Jason's?
Huh?
Can I only see yours and Jason's?
Sure.
That's literally the only reason I would get it for.
Well, I told you the only reason I want you to download it is so we can send you videos on there rather than having to make you open up something in a message, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like, we just want to send you TikToks. 'Cause I know I could send you 1,000 of them. Like, Jason and I will send. He'll send me 300 in a week. I'll send him 200 in a week.
People have issues.
Yeah, and I only go on the app when I'm pooping.
I'm pooping.
But I don't know.
You must poop a lot.
Huh?
You must poop a lot.
No, I just sit on the toilet for a while. It takes me like 5 seconds to poop. I just sit there for 20 minutes. And then take a shower.
I have a lot of things to do, my dude.
That's my only downtime. Even watching TV for me is a chore. Like, that's why I try not to get into shows.
I use TV to go to sleep too.
I
So
go on TikTok.
That's
before
how I
sleep.
watch most of my shows.
I go on TikTok.
I have too many things to do other than watching them.
But yeah, main thing is, and it's something that I know people hear a lot too, is the whole "it's okay not to be okay" thing. Like that's true, 100% true. If you're not okay, it's fine. It's not abnormal. It's such a normal thing nowadays. But like, don't let it continue. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Don't hold it in. I can tell you from experience, talking to people is a big help.
Mm-hmm.
Having someone to go to talk to is also like the biggest thing. And
it's something I had a lot of trouble with going out of high school. I didn't really talk to a lot of people. Like you were there, but you didn't play a lot as you do now, or I didn't talk to you as much.
Yeah,
so I never really had anyone. So I was just home alone, playing games, and I didn't really have anyone to talk to week after week, and it got pretty bad to the only point I would even say a word was on Sundays and Fridays. I wouldn't talk to my parents. I wouldn't even look for a job. I'd just sit there and play games. Like it was really depressing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a bad time.
So that's why Fridays were so important for a while.
To me, they were. They were a way to actually get out and do things.
I think that's why I don't know if you remember, I tried to bring back Fridays for a while when Ivan stopped. And I think that's why they were so important.
You literally drove down with your dad.
Yeah.
And just got the keys, opened up for everyone.
I just felt like they were important. And like even at Emmanuel, when we moved over here, Ivan would, after I would try to start them, and that's why I felt like Ivan was always like against me for everything after I left bio, was like I talked to Pastor Larry, brought back Friday nights, even had them planned and everything. I had Pastor Larry turn off the camera so we didn't bug him. And then the next week, Ivan gives me a call saying, "Why'd you do this?" And then starts yelling at Pastor Larry to the point that Pastor Larry tells me it's canceled. And this happened like 4 times. He canceled it on me. And it's like, Ivan, you're not doing anything. You have kids. You have Yaz, Marianne, all these girls, all these guys that need a place to kind of just degress from a week, from work, if they're working, from school, if they're going to school, from all these different things. Like, this is the only downtime they get. And I think, honestly, it's better that they hang out in a place like this than go into a bar on a Friday night or anything like that. And then, like, it's just like, why keep canceling it? Like, we're doing Fridays again now. Like, he asked me to make schedules for it again.
Too bad I'm always working.
Well, if you're available, I invite you, but you always go home.
If I am available, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's the other issue. Which is why I'm trying to find another job.
The last few weeks have been cool. We had a potluck where everyone brought their own food, like brought an entree. Dude, we had like 20 people there. It was good.
COVID rules.
Turns out one of the kids had COVID. So the big thing is that, like, the whole not okay to be okay thing, okay not to be okay, is okay. Find an outlet, find a place. Don't contact 13 Reasons Why, because honestly, I did that. They suck. They don't do anything. If you need to talk to anyone, talk to Andrew, talk to myself, our channels. I think this is a good way to introduce our Discord server, Andrew.
Discord? We have a Discord? Oh,
yeah.
We do have a Discord.
We have a redirected Discord. And we talked about using it for things like this, where if people want to just talk to us, they can talk to us. If they want to play games with us, play games with us. Like, we're not going to play games all the time.
My phone's always on. I get Discord notifications all the time.
Like, we'll do some stuff. Like, let's just get involved with people. Like, that's the other thing too. That's what I think our gaming channel should be different from others. And I know we've talked about it with other people too. Is like, let's be different. Let's play with people just to play with people. Don't have to like say, oh, we're filming a video. Let's play together. Like, if there's a kid or if one of y'all want to play as a game with us, let's play as a game with you. Like, let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's do life together. Let's do these things that you want.
Obviously, before we even press record, we'll get you in a call and
We might not even
talk
press
first.
record. Like I'm thinking like if a kid wants to play Avengers with you and I just to play Avengers, let's go for it.
Mm.
Like just play to play. I want to build like friendships. No, every Discord, every time we try to do our Destiny clan again, I always end up becoming friends with them. It's like, I think, why not?
Me, not so much. I don't talk to people.
We also are very busy, and the only time you and I talk is when, now lately, is when we film stuff.
When we have to.
Or we literally have to schedule our playtimes.
Like with little kids.
It's a play date.
It's just that we're the adults, too. We're the parents.
But, yeah, like, come on. Let's just do stuff together. Let's get you out of this rut you're in. But thank you again, guys. I think this is the good place to end it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for clicking on the video and liking our stuff and watching our stuff.
Means a
Again,
lot.
click down below for anything you want to see. We will have the bio podcast linked because we really didn't film one last week. And look out for some new content this Thursday, tomorrow. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.